everyone, and welcome to another installment of Fantastic Five. This week, we're counting down the 5 best adventure comedy newspaper strips. In past videos in this series, we've counted down the 5 funniest humor strips and the 5 most exciting adventure strips in newspaper history. But in this list, we're going to rank the definitive list of the best strips that told exciting serialized stories, but still focused on comedic characters and slapstick action. Thrills and laughs, the best of both worlds. Flip to the funny pages because here comes the top 5. Number 5, The Kinder Kids. Created by painter Lionel Feininger in 1906, The Kinder Kids and its spin-off feature, Wee Willie Winkie's World, ran for less than a year before being canceled in early 1907. Despite its short tenure in the funny pages, The Kinder Kids has made an indelible mark on comics history for being one of the most sophisticated comics of its time, establishing a suspenseful and exciting weekly continuity before even Winsor McCay's Little Nemo started using continuing stories. The strip features 3 brothers, Daniel Webster, Pie Mouth, and Strenuous Teddy, traveling the world in an antique bathtub, together with a robot boy and their dog Sherlock Bones. The Kinder Kids, though fairly obscure, is still remembered affectionately by comic strip aficionados for its colorful characters and eye-grabbing, innovative art. Number 4, Alley-Oop. Alley-Oop is a much longer-lived strip than Kinder Kids, beginning in 1932 and continuing even to this day in some papers. Created by V.T. Hamlin, the strip began as a humor strip about a caveman named Alley-Oop, his girlfriend Ula, and his pet dinosaur Dinny living in the prehistoric kingdom of Mu, which oddly resembled modern society in its habits and customs decades before the Flintstones would use cavemen to spoof modern life. But in 1939, Oop is transported to the then present day by a Dr. Albert Wanmug, who then uses his time machine to transport Oop and Ula on missions to various time periods, where they encountered Robin Hood, Cleopatra, and King Arthur. The strip is still well regarded for its engaging cast of characters and its deft blend of humor, fantasy, and adventure. Number 3, Lil Abner. The creation of satirist Al Capp, Lil Abner ran for over 40 years between 1934 and 1977. During that time, it was one of the most successful pieces of media in America, with over 6 million readers, turning Capp into a multimedia star and spawning a merchandise empire. Lil Abner told the tale of the hillbilly inhabitants of the Appalachian town of Dogpatch, including the title character and his family, the Yokums, as well as the beautiful women of Dogpatch, including Daisy May, Moonbeam McSwine, and Stupefying Jones. But soon the strip expanded from its spoof of mountain life and featured more exotic locales, like New York City, Washington, D.C., the Amazon, Lower Slobovia, and the Moon. Perhaps the strip's most lasting legacy was the creation of the Schmooze, guileless creatures whose selfless generosity and incredible usefulness proved a threat to the economy. Number 2, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse first appeared in comics in 1930, 2 years after debuting in theatrical shorts. The strip was originally produced by Walt Disney and Mickey co-creator Ub Iwerks, and was primarily loose adaptations of already existing Mickey shorts. However, after a few months, control of the strip was handed to artist Floyd Gottfredson, who, together with a number of collaborators, would work on the strip for 45 years. In this time, he had Mickey battle Nazis, pirates, evil scientists, cattle rustlers, and more, proving the mouse to be more than just a corporate icon. He was a scrappy fighter who stood up for the common man against much bigger enemies. Although the strip eventually devolved into a suburban gag-a-day format, the era of adventure is still remembered as one of the finest comic strips ever put together. And number 1, Popeye. Popeye was originally a comic strip called Thimble Theater. Created in 1919 by E.C. Seeger, Thimble Theater told the story of the Oil family, particularly daughter Olive, her boyfriend Ham Gravy, and her brother Castor. But in 1929, a minor sailor character was introduced in a story about a bird who could grant good luck. This sailor was Popeye, and he proved to be so popular that he took over the strip, which was eventually renamed in his honor. The focus shifted from Castor and Ham's get-rich schemes to Popeye's adventures, which would introduce such classic characters as Wimpy, Sweet Pea, Eugene the Jeep, the Sea Hag, and Alice the Goon. The stories of the comic strip were infinitely more complex and exciting than the numerous animated adaptations that followed, with round-the-world voyages and daring escapes, topped off with memorable characters and hilarious quips and gags. That's all for this week. Join us again next week for another list that's strong to the finish. Thanks for watching this episode of Fantastic Five. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more comic facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more comic awesomeness.